So, Brandon, Will Smith's resignation is just, his controversy's just been getting worse and worse, let's face it. Ever since the Oscars night, we've just gotten bad news more and more and more about Will Smith, and to be honest, I think we should talk about his resignation last weekend from the Academy Awards. Like, he's not gonna go to another event again.
Yeah, he just completely discarded his membership.
Yeah, no,
and I think it was definitely a bold thing that he did.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had it really coming to him technically. I don't know if what he did was just or not. We have little to none information.
I mean,
what happened.
let's face it here. What he did was pretty wrong, and I think that this is a pretty reasonable thing he did. It's a good step in the right direction, but
definitely, yeah.
No. Ever since he slapped Chris Rock, I mean, that's all that's been talked about for the Oscars.
I feel like with Jada's post on Instagram saying that it was a season for healing, that definitely has something with the fact to do, like maybe that he resigned and he helped out with that. So I definitely think that things are going hand in hand. This is cooling off for a good
things
moment.
are de-escalating, but
it's
as for Chris Rock, it's getting good. I mean, I've seen he has a new show that's coming out, right? Like a new concert. He's traveling across the world. I think he's touring, and for his comedy show, his tickets have been selling out like crazy. Like, you should check Ticketmaster. That's just sold out everywhere. He's even coming to Miami, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, what I think upon the whole Chris Rock and Will Smith drama, he had those movies taken away from him, right? He had 3 movies up and coming. He had Bad Boys 4 coming out. Right.
He was handed a script, I believe, like just before he got into the Oscars, 40 pages of dialogue for him, and
he also had an Apple TV movie he was working on, right?
The slave drama, Emancipation.
Yeah.
Anyway, those 2 have been postponed. Well, for Emancipation, it's post-production right now, and it's starring Will Smith. And they were about to announce the date for that movie, but now I think Apple's just refusing to answer. I mean, they're refusing to comment. They're not revealing the date. And there was another Netflix original called Fast and Loose. That's been canceled, supposedly.
Completely canceled?
Completely canceled.
Wow. This just makes me think, like,
they're cutting the cord on Will Smith's career, and it's pretty debatable whether what he's getting is right or wrong, but I think what we can all agree on is what he did that night was inexcusable, and he has gone out and said it, yes, and it is a bold move.
I think it was definitely out of line. I don't think it was too out of line to cancel 3 movies that he's working on, or just postpone and expel movies that he's working on. But I definitely think that the Academy should take action, like it did, and the response was good. I don't exactly know why he resigned. He should have waited, but it is very justifiable.
And are they taking away his Oscar as well?
I hope not, because I know even after all the slap and everything, the speech that he gave from the Oscars, it was really moving, and I know he apologized after. That's why I feel like the slap wasn't justifiable.
I think what's going on is that they haven't taken away his Oscar. They took away his membership. Well, he resignated, but resigned. But his Oscar, like whether they're gonna take it away, that's definitely a pending issue. I think they're gonna discuss it on April 18th, if my memory serves me.
Oh yeah, they're talking. The head of the Academy?
Yeah. And
Will Smith are gonna be in a conversation with each other and talking about whether the slap was justified.
And supposedly there's stories going around like Will Smith refused to leave.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Like, he was asked to leave by one of his reps backstage after the slap, and supposedly he refused to leave.
Wow.
But there is actually an insider source that also says that kind of argues the opposite. It's saying that Will Smith didn't have a chance to refuse, that Will Packer, one of the producers for the Academy, asked him to stay. I think he's gonna actually have an interview on April 8th. In Good Morning America, and he's gonna discuss details on that. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if what's gonna happen to Will Smith.
In the news.
Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting topic. But in other news, did you hear what happened with Morbius?
Yeah.
It was estimated to make 38 million on premiere night, right?
Yeah.
And it made
box office predictions proposed it would be 38 million.
And it made 39. So it has been on a low ranking.
Yeah.
Jared Leto with Morbius. I think this is a pretty unsuccessful movie of his.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a so-so debut for sure, and the ratings have been terrible. But to be honest, I mean, this movie has its opportunity to still grow in cash. I mean, they've already made a profit. Their worldwide, I think, was 84 million after their opening weekend. So
I think this was the lowest ranked Spider-Man film to come out, Spider-Man related, because of the fandom and the lore to it. Yeah, I think Jared Leto has had some better roles. This is like a little bit of a darker one. I don't think it's as bad as like.
I mean, I saw the movie. I don't think it was too dark. I think it struggled to comprehend what kind of, like, with pacing, it struggled to find its balance.
Okay.
Overall, it was forgettable.
Do you think it was like a goth?
I think people are underrating it a bit, but it's definitely not.
It's not like.
Yeah, 16% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I've seen worse movies.
So you think this was like more of a gothic film that Marvel could have created?
More scientific.
More scientific, okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Like a failed experiment kind of film.
So Henry, last week we promised we review CODA this week.
Right.
So what do you think of that movie, Henry?
I think I liked CODA. It was a good movie. When I saw it was first nominated, I was a little surprised, not gonna lie.
I was definitely surprised too.
Right.
When it won, I had I was like, wow.
Absolutely.
I was shocked, but definitely CODA is more of a deaf representation film than like going thereafter film.
Yeah.
It highlights how deaf people can impact lives, definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely like the movie, but what do you think?
I think, to be honest, the movie was decent. I liked it. Just, I don't think it deserved Best Picture of the year. Like, it's not the best movie I've seen all year, but I think it served in telling the story it was. And to be honest, it wasn't really an exploitation film for deaf people. It wasn't really a social dilemma film. It didn't really bring up the deaf representation like the Oscars, like every review says it is. I found it to be more of a coming-of-age film for a girl. Now, this movie follows the story of a girl who's struggling in high school and struggling to balance time for her family who's deaf and depend on her. She's the only one who can hear and who can translate for them since they can only speak in sign language. So,
it's definitely
this story.
Yeah.
It showed the flaws of their family, and its strength, I think, was really in the acting, because everybody did great with their character, especially the lead actress. She even trained for 9 months in preparation of the film to learn sign language, to even learn how to sing, right? To prepare for her role, and I think it really paid off beautifully. The acting was great.
I think it was more of like a mix of both. It was both a coming of age and deaf representation, because in some scenes it shows like how people that don't really know ASL can like mix up kind of like how it goes, you know?
I think it did good on coming out as a movie. Just thing is, I don't see it much as a deaf representation film all too much. I like how they wrote the story. I think it served in telling the story it was. And this movie really was just about a family coming together, a coming-of-age film of a girl who's growing up. and has to live her own life and find her own independence.
You know, now that I think about it, yeah, you do have a point, Henry.
And to be honest, I like the deafness because it adds to the story. It's a facet, it's a feature, but it's not the conflict. It's not the main conflict. The main conflict is this girl trying to live her life.
Yeah, and she's definitely pulled back by like her deaf family.
She's burdened by her family,
and she's trying to follow her dreams. And yeah, I like how the film really incorporates both of them. But yeah, focuses more on the girl as a whole.
Right.
And I know Troy Kotsur did a really good job, especially since he won Best Supporting Actor.
So this week there was definitely a lot of ups and downs. This week there was also the announcement that Bruce Willis, famous Pulp Fiction actor and Die Hard franchise star, has aphasia and he's officially retiring. Supposedly there's also news of Jim Carrey also retiring as well.
Yeah, he has Bruce Willis has a speech deficit thing now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I hope he gets better because honestly, I saw the therapy that it goes for speech therapy. Right. And they gradually get better. So let's
hope he gets better.
Yeah, let's hope and pray that he gets better and he does better. But
so for this week's Digest Recommends, we definitely recommend you watch some old action movies. Go back to the roots, watch the Die Hard franchise or any of Bruce Willis's 116 movies. He's had a pretty extensive career.
Make sure you watch Pulp Fiction too.
Yeah.
One of his more notable roles, but definitely,
And this week, there's also been a ton of action movies out, such as Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no. We also have Ambulance, the newest Michael Bay film. And we also have Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. One of the highest rated movies of 2021.
By A24 Studios.
For the Digest Recommends, we definitely recommend watching those 3 movies that are out, especially Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and CODA. Go watch CODA. Action movies, the newest movies, and watch CODA.
And make sure you go check out Marvel hits like Moon Knight and check out Morbius because you never know, it could be the Marvel movie for you.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching the Film Digest episode. And my name is Brandon Jimenez.
And my name is Henry Gonzalez.
And we'll catch you up with Hollywood next week.
Okay, we're rolling. Wait, what are we starting on? Who's close up?
I start talking first.
All right, here we go. Hit record.